Once upon a time there was a deep, dark forest near a small town. Terrifying tales circulated about this forest, keeping the townsfolk from venturing out at night. However, those most affected by these stories were the town's youth, and they decided to gather to find out. One night, 5 brave youngsters entered the forest secretly. The moonlight shimmered through the leaves of the trees, and an eerie silence pervaded the forest. For several hours they found nothing. Suddenly, they heard a strange sound coming from the deepest part of the forest. The sound resembled footsteps, but it had an unusual, eerie quality. The young adventurers cautiously approached the direction of the sound. They slowly walked through the darkness of the forest. Eventually, they stumbled upon a peculiar clearing among the trees. There, they were met with a horrifying sight. A group of shadowy figures seemed to be moving around the large trees. The shadows closed in slowly and encircled the young adventurers. Each one of them watched with a pale smile. Then, the shadows began to seep into the bodies of the youths one by one. The youngsters screamed and attempted to flee in terror, but the shadows caught up with them. Each young person became enveloped in darkness and suddenly vanished. Silence once again fell upon the forest. After that day, the town never heard from the 5 youngsters again. The townsfolk believed they had disappeared into the depths of the forest. Following that fateful night, nobody dared to venture near the dark forest, and the stories became even more terrifying. And from that day onward, everyone believed that the forest near the town was a dark and terrifying place. Nobody dared to approach it, and the horrifying events of that night we